And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Lucky.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Round 80. 56. It's a party now. It's a party now. It's up.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Mutt's 56. Come on, baby. It's up.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Ready. Mike 58 right there. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Gurley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's got room. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Watch the screen. Gun. Kill.
From the red zone now, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up third and inches. 319. 56. I'm here all day. No.
Allen now on the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
As we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Allen, going to throw again. Dancing to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, it's Gurley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the Packers' 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Double dog, that's the way.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They try right side here. Gurley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Marlon Mack, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally had some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
So we got man. Don't say nothing.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Don't get nervous.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you... Let's rock now. Give me some. Give me some. Come on.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now, it's Hunt. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the end.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Todd Gurley, 89 yards as the Bears push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, It took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Allen, he finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Allen. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 35-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that. Just like that.
Allen to throw once more. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Newton. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Corey Littleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Push him back. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Here we go. Mike, 28. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Allen. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Bears 35, Packers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch, double, double. Switch.
Gun.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Mike 58 right there. All you get is a 8.
On second down, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Switch it.
This is Richard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
It's just me and you. Hey! Mike's 42.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Chicago! Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Allen now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Allen being chased out left. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And here's Allen, operating from the gun, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, number 28, Mike. He's coming. Check in. Come on, boy. Come on.
Here's Allen to throw it. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Hey, you're on over there.
From the gun, Allen. Goodwin able to haul it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. What's that?
Allen taking it himself, and he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across, and in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now this time, Allen will throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Allen going to throw. Forced out, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 180. 58, the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On first down, Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there.
Mike 58, right there.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go, D. Two times.
On second down now, Richard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. A give running right is Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Newton. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Mike's 50. I'm 52. Mike's 56.
On first down, Allen dancing to his left. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go. SOS. Hey, tight. SOS. Middle. What's that? Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he's going to go down again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 40.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 39-yard line.
It's it. Right to the 3.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Get it.
From the 39, Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
That's it. Look at it.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
From the 17, Newton got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
The Packers take over first and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw, it's Allen. Looking deep for Gabriel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you Packer pressure, and down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
To try again after the sack, Newton, and this is caught by Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Gun. Greg.
To the air again, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
I got 20. Watch out. 8.
From the red zone now, Newton. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Joseph on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three top. Now, the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Newton now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
58, the money. All day, baby, all day.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
41's the money.
Throwing here, Newton. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Evans once again the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.